Today I am Hi friends, welcome or welcome back. I'm MC, a knit and crochet designer from Connecticut, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Blame the Knots, on my website, blametheknots.com, and of course right here on YouTube where you can get to know me a little bit better. Today we are here for episode 20 of the podcast. I can't believe I've done 20 of these already, or I'm about to. And today is March 28th. It has been quite a while since the last time I filmed. I had some stuff going on in life. I got sick. I was planning on filming last week and I completely lost my voice. So we had to push it back, but that's okay. We are here now and we have a lot to talk about. Let's do some very quick admin stuff before we jump into our projects. I just want to say a really big thank you to all of you because we are just shy of 250 subscribers here on YouTube, which is wild. I feel like it took a really long time to get to 100, and now from getting to 100 to 250 has been like the blink of an eye almost. So thank you so much for your support and for being here. And also we hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, which was so exciting. That was a big goal of mine that I was trying to hit, and I'm really excited to say that we got there. So thank you all of you for all of your support. It means a lot to me. I love having you here, and here's to the next milestone. All right, let's get into some finished objects, including what I am wearing. We're gonna wait for the garbage truck first. It's very squeaky. Today I'm wearing the BeachComber Tank by Brie of the Little Wolf Knits, and this is also made in the Little Wolf Knits yarn in the colorway Pork Sliders, and I made this in a recent vlog that I posted. So this was my very first 1 week, 1 skein project, and it was so much fun. It was a big success. Go check out that vlog if you haven't seen it already. It was so much fun to make. I ended up with, I think, 1 gram of yarn at the end of it. It was amazing, maybe 2 grams. It was awesome. It was pretty good. I had so much fun making this and I'm loving wearing it. Also today I'm wearing it over a long sleeve shirt because it is cold here still, but I can't wait to wear it in the warmer weather when I can not wear it over something. And also, if you can see pet hair on my black clothing, we're just not gonna talk about it, okay? That's just the way my life is. I have 3 pets. They're all over the place, so I'm always covered in hair. We're just not gonna mention it. Oh, I will say that for this, I used a US 5, which is I believe what the pattern calls for needle size, and I made the 4th size because I was a little bit off on the gauge. So I was getting about like 1.5 stitches to 2 stitches more per 4 inches when I measured my gauge. So I decided to go up a size and make the size 4. I probably could have been fine. I think because there is a lot of ease built into this pattern, I think a size 3 would have fit me perfectly as well. But because I wanted to have this much ease, I decided to go with the 4. Other than that, no modifications were made whatsoever. I just knit the entire thing to pattern and I love it. The next finished object I have is another pattern by Brie of the Little Wolf Knits, and we saw this almost complete last time, and this is my Central Ave cabled crop. All I had left was this tiny little neck that I had to do, and I ran out of yarn, so I got some more and finished it off, and I love it. This used a size, shoot, I forget what size needle I used for this. 7, okay. I don't think I was gonna guess correctly. I used a size 7, a US 7 needle, which is larger than the pattern recommends, but I was using acrylic yarn and I knew that it wasn't going to really grow once it was blocked. So I decided to go up a needle size in order to get gauge, and I made no modifications. This pattern is currently in testing, but it will be releasing very, very soon. Might be released already by the time this video goes live. So keep an eye out for it. I used Big Twist Party yarn in the colorway Jelly Beans, which is an acrylic yarn, but it feels so soft and it is so much fun, and it brought me a lot of joy when I was working on it. These color shifts were just like so much fun and so happy and bright. So it's been really, really rainy around here, and this gave me a lot of joy. So yeah, another project done. I don't think I have much else to say about it. It's really fun and beautiful, and I can't wait to wear it. Let's put it over here. My next finished object is something that you have not seen before, and that is because it became a whip and a finished object all since the last time that I recorded. And that is the Engrain shawl by Sarah Opie. So let's see if I can get this whole thing in here. Da, da. This is using, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that everything I was talking about so far was going to be a Little Wolf Knits yarn or pattern, but this is using the Little Wolf Knits yarn in the colorway. This is Dock of the Bay, which has a bit more of this blue in it, and then it fades into Seashell, which has some blue in it, but less. So I used 2 full skeins for this project. I decided to take them out of my 1 week, 1 skein cup. I really needed something that was going to be quite meditative and just kind of fill me with relaxation knitting. I had a small procedure done last week that I wanted something really, really simple to work on while I was recovering, and then, like I mentioned earlier, I got sick. So I just needed something really, really meditative, and I wanted to just get lost in the project, sink into it, and garter stitch called to me. So I managed to get the whole thing done in like 9 days. Yeah. So let's talk about this. The pattern for this actually calls for a 3 skein fade, but I wanted to see what I could do with 2 skeins. So technically mine ended up a tiny bit smaller than the pattern calls for. But basically what I did was, so I weighed each skein before I started. Each of my skeins actually, they both had 108 grams in them. So what I did was I followed the pattern exactly with Dock of the Bay to start, and I worked until I had 15 grams left. Then I continued following the pattern and fading basically by doing 2 rows in, I introduced Seashell in, I did 2 rows in that, and then 2 rows in Dock of the Bay, 2 rows in Seashell, 2 rows in Dock of the Bay. The pattern comes with a much more detailed and more progressive fade instructions for that, but I didn't feel like it. So I worked with Dock of the Bay until I had 15 grams left. I introduced Seashell by doing 2 rows in each color, alternating, and I kept continuing in the pattern, increasing until I had 7 grams of Dock of the Bay left, and then I started the decreases, and I continued that fade going until I basically ran out of Dock of the Bay. I have about 1 gram left of it, just because I was not going to get another full repeat out of what I had left, so I kept going until I ran out, and then I just continued the pattern, finishing off the decreases until I was done in Seashell. So I didn't quite get to the same number of stitches widthwise that the pattern recommends when you have the full 3 skein fade, but that's okay with me. I'm fine with it. I think it's still plenty long I can wrap it around just fine. It's not a huge shawl, but I have plenty. I'm not like worried about it falling off of me or anything. I have plenty to work with. And actually, I have not blocked this yet. I finished it shortly before filming and woven all my ends and stuff. I haven't blocked it yet. So it will grow a little bit once it's blocked. So I love it. It got me through what I needed it to get me through. And yeah, I'm excited to have a bit more of a neutral piece to add into my wardrobe, and it was a lot of fun. You can't go wrong with garter stitch, in my opinion. Also, I used a US 5 for the needle for this. I don't even know what the pattern calls for. I just know that I like fingering weight shawls on a US 5. I like the fabric it creates, and I did not swatch, so I have no idea what my gauge is. I did it all by weight and figured things out that way. Time to move into whips, and the first one that I have is a design, and this is my slip on your shoulder. This is a design I've been working on for quite a while and has had some struggles, but we are plugging along. The most recent struggle I had is that I knew I was going to run out of yarn, and I didn't want to continue any further until I knew I could get the yarn that I needed. So the yarn has been acquired, and now we are moving along. It's not that exciting what I've done on this so far. This Progress Keeper, this is a beignet Progress Keeper from Stacy of Bah Humble, and I knit some of the body, about 3.5 inches of the body in stockinette. Not that exciting. That's all I've done on this. This project is just something that I am now just kind of picking up when I want some stockinette here and there. I'm plugging along on it, but it's not at the forefront of my mind because I think we're kind of getting out of the season in which I wanted to release this. So I'm still back and forth on whether I wanted it to be long sleeve or short. So this probably won't be something that comes out until the fall time. So I'm not really in a rush to get it done, but I do want to keep going, keep working on it a little bit so that I'm always getting some progress. I'm using Fiber Spates Vivacious Decay in the colorway Denim. It's a very pretty, very, very soft yarn. And I am using a size 8, a US 8 needle for this, and I'm really liking the gauge that it's getting me. It's not too dense and really, really soft and lovely. The next whip I have to show is a little bit hard for me to show you, but this is another new cast on since the last time I talked to you. And this is the Mosh Pit Mesh. You can see right through it. Oh, sorry about all those clanking needles. This is the Mosh Pit Mesh by Claire of Perfectly Knotted. And this is a test knit that I'm doing for Claire. A couple of episodes ago, I showed the Rewind Tank, which was made in the same yarn as this. This is Barocco Zinnia in the colorway Onyx. And I made the Rewind Tank in the same yarn to go with my Mosh Pit Mesh, which I hadn't cast on yet, but I cast it on. It's been going really quickly. I have one sleeve done. I have maybe about a third of the second sleeve done, and it's just a little bit slow going on the sleeves for me, primarily because I'm using US 15s, which is what the pattern calls for, and magic loop, and it's just a pain in the butt, to be completely honest. It's a pain in the butt, and I do a couple of rows and then I get annoyed because I hate magic loop and I hate large needles, and it's just so annoying. There is nothing wrong with the pattern. The pattern is really fun, really well written, really intuitive. It's the tools that are getting me. The tools and my preferences of how I like to knit. So it's not going to take me that much longer to get this sleeve done. I just need to put my nose to the grindstone and get it done. I've been kind of telling myself, okay, just do 10 rounds a day and you'll have it done in a couple of days, because I think the sleeve for me, my sleeve one was only like 50 something rounds, so it's not going to take that long. I'm almost there. I just need to get it done. So this is super fun. I can't wait to wear it. It's like bringing me back to my days when all I wanted to do was wear Hot Topic mesh shirts when I was a kid, but I never thought that I was cool enough to get them. So I can't wait to wear this. I will be super excited when it's done. One, because the sleeve will be done, but two, because it's a lovely pattern and I am so excited to have this whole vibe. And I think the set of the tank and the mesh over it is going to look so cool. All right, that is actually all that I have for projects today. I have been relatively focused the past couple of weeks. I know I just talked about 5 projects that I've done since the last time that I filmed, but actually I have really been kind of focusing on one thing at a time over the past couple of weeks, and it has been feeling really good. Since I've been a little bit under the weather lately, I haven't posted as many videos as I normally would have. So to recap anything that you might have missed in the past couple of weeks, I posted a video talking about 10 projects on my Ravelry queue that I thought were really inspiring and really wanted to get making for spring. Actually, the Engrain shawl was one of those projects, so I can check that off of my list. I can't believe it. I made a list and then I followed through with it and I did one of the things on it. Look at me go. And then the other video that I posted was my 1 week 1 skein vlog for making my BeachComber tank. Did I call this the BeachComber Tank earlier? Today I'm wearing the BeachComber Tank by Brie of the Little Wolf Knits. Did I mess that up? I don't even remember what I said. This is the BeachComber Tank. I can't remember if I said that before. Whatever. Moving on. So yeah, that's all I've posted. I do have lots of plans for things coming up. I think I might again start another 1 week 1 skein vlog as soon as I'm done filming this, so that will be a lot of fun, hopefully. I think. And also I wanted to say, I mentioned this in my last 1 week 1 skein vlog, but I will be having a destash coming on my website very soon. I'm hoping when this video goes up, I'm hoping that it will be next week, so the first week of April 2024, just in case you're watching this at some point in the future. I'm hoping to have a destash go up on my website with a bunch of yarn that I am trying to get rid of and get into homes where it will be used and loved much more than I can love it here. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested. I am trying to get rid of things at what I think are incredibly reasonable prices because I would just like it gone and into the hands of someone that will love it. So I will be posting on Instagram when that is ready to go. I will give a heads up and let you know the date that it will go live, and then I will let you know when it is live. So if you're not following me on Instagram already, it is Blame the Knots, and make sure you follow there because that is where I will do all of the updates for stuff like that. And that is it. That's all I have to say today. It is rainy and gloomy and gross here, and it is giving me quite a migraine. So I don't want to sit here and talk much longer. Sorry. I don't have much to say. Anyway, like I said, we've been pretty focused around here the past couple weeks. So we're turning a new leaf, maybe. Anyway. Thank you so much for sticking around. I am sorry for my little period of absence, and thanks for coming back to join me. Again, thank you so much for all of the followers on Instagram and subscribers here on YouTube. You fill my heart with joy, and now that this has turned into the longest outro ever, take care of you. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.